Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome you to the Marketing Your Small Firm Lunchtime Webinar Series. It's now 12:30, so I will begin. And today's topic we'll be looking at our internal operations. It's part 3 of a series that we'll be conducting here at Night Vision Media. Hi, I'm Shevani Shevers White. And if you've joined us from before in our previous installments of this webinar series, you should know who I am by now. As I said, Shevani Shevers White, entrepreneur, marketer, designer. I'm also an educator, wife, only one husband. Yeah, and a mother to one child, a beautiful daughter. All right, so the last two installments that we looked at, topic 1, we looked at what is marketing, and we saw that marketing is something that is circular. It is non-ending, and it's not about just advertising or promoting your business. It is looking at all aspects of your firm. And then we looked at resource last month. We looked at resource selection, and that looked on the type of assets that we have available to us, the human resources, the equipment, all of that can affect the operations of your firm. All right, so why would we want to look at our internal operations? Well, firstly, we want to be able to determine, it actually determines the work environment of the organization. And that's what we'll be looking at today. For the fourth installment, that will be topic 4, we'll be looking at how the internal operations affects our productivity. And for topic 5, we'll look at how the internal operations affects the interactions with our customers. So we'll be looking at this topic for some time. All right. So what I really want to ask is, what type of manager are you? Are you a boss? Are you that person that is constantly over the shoulder of your employee? You probably have a little ruler or something, saying to them, have you done the job? Have you done the task as yet? Have you completed the job? Where are you? You know, in a scenario like that, you need to trust your employees. You need to give them some room to be able to do what it is that they need to do. You could be their friend as well. And if you're their friend, and nothing is wrong with a boss being a friend, you're expected to be able to have conversations with them outside of the organization, casual conversations with regards to family. It can involve work topics or work related topics. That person can seek advice from you, counseling. So you can be their friend. That too has their drawbacks. If you're their friend, when it's necessary to draw the axe, or if it is that, certain decisions need to be made, the friend can work against you. Are you their mother or their father? Do they look up to you as a mother figure or a father figure? Can they come to you? Do they listen to you? Does their actions warrant consequences? Are you a confidant? Can your employees come to you and speak to you about any topic at hand, and trust that you won't share that information with anyone else? Do they see you as a mentor? Are you guiding them along the way, in whatever tasks or whatever jobs that they're doing or whatever projects that you have them on? Are you guiding them? Are you helping them along the way as the project or as the task go by? You could also be a drill sergeant. As soon as you say do something, they just do it. They don't ask you any questions. It's just go, 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 go. You know, and you could be also a coach where you give instructions and then leave it to them to execute accordingly. Trust them to execute accordingly. I propose to you that you need to be all of the above. You need to be a boss. You need to be a friend, a mother figure, a father figure, a confidant, a mentor, a drill sergeant, and a coach. As a manager, you must be able to change with the tide. You must be able to change based on the situation that is occurring. So if you see that your staff is being too laid back, then yes, you need to be a drill sergeant. If it is that you see that somebody is having, it is clear to you that someone is having some personal issues, then yes, be a confidant, be a mother figure, be a father figure, be something that will allow them to be able to talk to you, to share with you what the situation is, so that you can advise them accordingly and so you can get the work done. Trust your staff to do their job. Sometimes you do need to be a boss where you are over their shoulder and saying to them, make sure you do this. Are you doing this? When are you going to give it to me? But then at the same time, you need to also trust your staff. You had hired them based on their expertise, based on their knowledge, based on their experience. So allow them to execute what they need to execute based on their experience, based on their expertise, based on their knowledge, right? You must also have checks and balances. As a manager, what you're going to find is you're going to have to make your checklist. And then at some point in time, you do need to make sure that they are executing the tasks or the jobs or the projects that you have put them on. Same thing with leading and delegating. You can't always be leading as the manager. If that is the case, then you'll be the only one doing the work. So you must be able to delegate and trust that the persons who you have delegated the task to, that they will execute. Nothing is wrong with following up with them and saying, where are you with the project? Where are you with the task? But don't let it be, a regular, as in, don't let it be constantly checking up on them. That way you're not really delegating. What you're doing is micromanaging, right? Lead at times. And when you do lead, take responsibility for the actions of your staff. If it is that you've delegated out the work, still take responsibility for the actions of your staff, because at the end of the day, it was your task to do in the first place, right? You also need to listen to your staff, and not just in regards to their personal problems and what's happening in the industry and how is it that they are doing, but you also need to listen to them, because they might be able to provide you with an alternative point of view that can assist you with making your company better. At the end of the day, the likelihood is it's your staff that is interacting with your customers. So you need to be able to listen to what they're saying, because it's information that they've formulated on their own, and probably information that they're getting from the customers that you can utilize to improve your firm. Allow others to lead. As your company grows, you're going to have to identify. So as your company moves from a micro firm to a small firm, you're going to have to be able to identify persons who you want to be supervisors and managers. If it is that you're not giving persons the opportunity to lead, then you won't be able to choose the right persons to be your supervisors and managers. So let us give them the opportunity to lead. You don't have to have the reins all the time. You can give someone else the opportunity to lead, in a project, in a task, in something to accomplish. And from there, you can use it as a learning experience to see who it is you would want to use as a supervisor or as a manager as time go by. The key term here is teamwork, right? You aren't the only person in the organization. So try and see if you can work with everyone. It's good when everyone can lead or gets an opportunity to lead, and it's good when everyone has an opportunity to follow. So my suggestion to you as a manager is to try and change with the tide. Change based on the situation. So try not to be a boss all the time. Try not to be a drill sergeant all the time. Try not to be a friend all the time. Try not to be a mother-like figure or father figure. But change that. Change the way in which you interact with your staff as time goes by based on the situation. And just remember that it's a team effort. Yes, you're the one that is making decisions as to the overall movement of the organization, but at the end of the day, it is teamwork that is going to get you to that next plateau in your organization. So what we want to foster a good work environment. And that's the strategy that we're going to be undertaking. And if you remember from our first webinar in the series, marketing is pretty much strategy. And so in regards to our internal operations, and more specifically managing our internal operations, we want to make sure that our work environment is a good work environment. And that can be anything. It can be an environment where persons are free to speak. It can be an environment where people are free to lead. It can be an environment that is clean. It can be an environment that has maybe coffee and tea available during the day. Those type of stuff, water, those type of things. Some organizations even go as far, and I'm not telling you to do this with their organization because these are much larger organizations that do this, but some organizations go as far as to say have a gym available for their staff, or a chill out spot, where they can listen to music or lay back. Some places have a sleeping room because they know that they'll be requesting or demanding a lot of time from their staff, so they make sure that they have a sleeping room available. So anything that you can do as a manager to make the work environment a good work environment for your staff, that will lead to happier staff. That makes sense, right? So a good work environment will make sure that you have happier staff. And the happier your staff are, what's going to happen is their productivity is going to increase. They're going to be more efficient at what they do. They're going to work more quickly. They're going to produce more. And so when they do all of that, your customers are going to be happy. And happy customers tend to lead to increased profits. Happy customers talk about the service. Happy customers come back. Happy customers evangelize about your company, evangelize about your service, evangelize about you. Because they will recognize that you are the driving force behind this happy staff, behind this staff that has great productivity. So you want to make sure that you have happy customers, because that will lead to increased profits for you. And so that's one of the things now that I want to highlight with our packages at Night Vision Media Limited. We have a Marketer Plus package, which is package number 3 in the NV Virtual Office. And what we do, we can actually go into your company, assess it, and then give you advice based on our assessment. So we actually come in, we consult your marketing, we see what kind of strategies you're employing, if you are employing any strategies, how is it that your operations are internally? You know, how is it that your customers are relating to, sorry, how is it that your staff is relating to your customers? Is it that you have a business plan? Do you have a strategy for the next 2 years, for the next 5 years, for the next 10 years for your organization? Night Vision Media can come in and assist you with that at a minimal rate of $465 per month. So we can come in, we can develop your business plan for you. We can look at how you're managing your customers, as in the relationship between your staff and your customers. Do you have a system that logs or has all the information about your customers? How are you making contact with your customers? What type of marketing strategies are you currently employing? Do you need to improve your marketing strategies? What advice can we give you along the way? Does your staff need training? Now, we understand that because you're a micro firm or because you're a small business, that doesn't mean that the staff that you have employed are ideal for every activity that you are conducting for your business. So what we can do, we can come in and we can provide you staff training in finance, or even for yourself, financial advice, financial training, how to deal with your accounting. We can do customer service training. We can set up training where it is you're training your staff in whatever it is that you are providing. We can give them training in using, Microsoft Office. So from your Excel, how to use Word more efficiently, how to use PowerPoint more efficiently, all of those things. We can come in and assist your organization at a minimal price of $465 per month. And that's package number 3 for the Marketer Plus. And as you can see, that is actually a minimal cost. If it is that you were hiring a full-time marketer, you would be charged a lot more than that, for a lot less service than that. So consider it. We have a link available for you so that you can take a look at the virtual office more. You can take a look at the virtual office. So find out more. Give us a call. All right. The next time that we'll be conducting this series will be April 20th, 2015, and we'll be looking at project management. And as I was saying to you before, we'll be looking at your internal operations. And so the question that we'll be tackling is, how your internal operations affect your productivity. And one of the things that we at Night Vision Media, what we have found is that a project management tool can actually assist with tracking who is doing what, how long are they spending on that. So that's going to be a nice fun topic to look at on April 20th. On May 18th, we're going to look at how your internal operations can affect your internal and external communications. And so that's internal, as in how do you conduct communications within your organization, and how do you conduct communications with persons outside of your organization. So you can look forward to that on May 18th. And on June 15th, we're going to look at the fun topic, what everyone thought marketing was, advertising and promotions. And we're going to see how is it that we can advertise and promote our organization. If you'd like to sign up for our next installation of the webinar series, you can go to the link provided. So we'll be recording this session as we have done so in the last 2 webinars in the series. And so you can always visit our YouTube channel to see a mixture between the slides and audio recording of this series. You can also get the slides for this series at my personal SlideShare, which is slideshare.net/Chevanese White. So we have the recording available to you. We have the presentation available to you. So if you want to make any reference, any information, or if you want to be able to contact us or anything, that information is readily available to you. If you are listening to the recording, you can always contact me at Chevy NVML on Twitter, or you can message me on Facebook. My page is Chevanese White. You can look for me, Chevanese White. You can contact us. Again, the company's name is Night Vision Media Limited. Our mandate, we have 3 mandates: to animate, educate, and market. You can always contact us via email at mynvml@nightvisionmedia.com. Our website is located at nvml.co. That's not a mistake, it's actually nvml.co. Our Facebook page is located at facebook.com/mynvml. On Twitter, mynvml, and on LinkedIn, Night Vision Media Limited. I don't know if you spot the trend there, but everything is pretty much mynvml, right? You can also contact us through our virtual office, which is located at 2 Fairway Avenue, Kingston 6. And you can get the virtual assistant at the NVVO at nightvisionmedia.com. Our phone numbers: line 792-7107, and for Digicel 873-6635. And of course, we are located in Jamaica, so our area code is 876. You can locate the assistant on Facebook at the NVVO, on Twitter, the NVVO, and on Skype, the NVVO. I don't know if you spotted a trend there again, right? I'd like to thank you once again for joining us for Marketing Your Small Firm Lunchtime Webinar Series. I invite you to sign up for our next installation next month, where we'll be looking at project management. Thank you again for your time, and take care. Goodbye.